Mortgage defaults in Canada. What you need to know. Now, hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that's on a lot of Canadians' minds. Mortgage defaults. What does it mean when someone defaults on their mortgage? How bad could it get here in Canada? And most importantly, what can you do to protect your home and your financial future? Let's dive in. When a homeowner can't keep up with their mortgage payments, usually after missing 90 days or 3 months of payments, the bank officially considers that mortgage to be in default. At that point, the bank has to take legal action, which can eventually lead to a power of sale or foreclosure, and yes, eviction. It's a tough situation. No one wants to talk about it, but it's happening. And here's the thing. This isn't just about individual homeowners. When defaults increase, they can create a ripple effect. Home prices may fall. Banks have to set aside more money to cover bad loans. It adds pressure to the entire market. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this going to be like the 2008 US financial crisis? Let's talk about that. In 2008, the US mortgage market collapsed. It wasn't just a recession or job losses, it was a complete failure of the system. Insane lending practices. Loans handed out with no income, no job, no proof. So-called ninja loans. People were buying homes they couldn't afford with teaser rates that would skyrocket after a few months. Banks were repackaging these loans, selling them to investors, creating massive risk with no accountability. The result? 6 million Americans lost their homes. But here's the good news. That's not going to happen in Canada. Our banks don't lend that way. Yes, we've had a hot real estate market fueled by low interest rates, some as low as 1.69%, which is crazy. But Canadian banks have stricter lending standards. They verify income, they stress test borrowers, and while there's always room for some fraud or overstatement, it's nothing like what happened in the US. What we are seeing is a market correction, a bubble that's been building for years finally starting to deflate. Defaults in Canada are still very low, around 0.23% to 0.24% of total mortgages. Will that go up? Absolutely. It could double to 0.5%. But even then, that's a fraction of what the US saw. They hit nearly 5% during their crisis. So yes, it's serious, but it's manageable. Our banks are strong and the system is resilient. So, what does this mean for you as a homeowner or investor? If you're struggling to make payments, talk to your lender immediately. Don't wait, don't hide. Banks are more willing to work with you when you're upfront. If you need to sell, it might be better to do it now, while there's still value in the market. And as always, be proactive, be honest, and stay informed. Bottom line, mortgage defaults will rise, but we're not heading for a total collapse. Stay smart, stay ahead of the market, and if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on the Canadian real estate market. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.